What's going on, y'all? I'm super hyped to show off yet another dope custom regional form from my ROM hack, Pokemon Sweltering Sun. For those of y'all who don't know what that is and you just happen to be clicking on this video, welcome. If you think these forms are cool, you can check out all the other ones in my Discord server. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you think that these are cool and you're interested in the hack. It would be a big help. And you can also check out the Discord server for the download to the game. You can play this version of the game right now. 2.0 is out as of recording this, so you can check all that out. And again, if you don't know what Pokemon Sweltering Sun is, there is a video linked down below that will kind of explain a little bit better in more detail what the hack is about and the philosophy behind the ROM hack. If you're curious, and again, you can just play it yourself right now. But with that out of the way, there's also going to be some little timestamps down below, so you can skip to different parts of the video. The first part is going to be the intro. Second part is going to be the in-game showcase, so I can show you guys what the Fearow looks like and the Spearow and what they, just the in-game showcase. I can also give you a bit of my thought process behind changing them and all that fun stuff. This is the shiny. Oh my god, spoiler. Oh god, it looks ugly and then refresh, but it's so a couple of the shinies are a bit rushed, but I think the Fearow looks dope. I spent a little bit more time on making the shiny Fearow. He looks pretty dope. But yeah, okay, there's a shiny reveal. I didn't mean to show that yet, but refresh wanted to be a jerk. All right, so yeah, I love the way these guys turned out. So yeah, is there anything else I need to say for the intro? I don't think so. I think I covered pretty much everything. Again, if you have any questions about the ROM hack, you can ask me in my Discord server. You can chat it up in there. It's pretty active. I'd be happy to answer any questions you might have, or leave a comment down below. Again, subscribe. Comment if you think these are cool. That'd be cool as well. But yeah, with that out of the way, I can now actually talk about my thought process behind making these and show off the designs in battle. So, I tried to give regional forms to Pokemon that I found boring personally, design-wise, and also in terms of like overlap. Oh shit, there we go. Forgot to switch the monitors over. But yeah, I don't know. There's a couple Pokemon that were a little bit like they were good, buffs-wise. Like their buffs were good, but they aren't super interesting. They're not super like, oh, I want to use that. It's still Fearow at the end of the day. However, I think Fearow's design lent really well to an electric typing form because of the, it's got the really sharp pointy beak, it's got the spiky head crest, it's got like the wild looking wings, the scruffy feathers on its back. I think it really lends well to an electric type form. Specifically, I based this off of like of Thunderbirds, like from Native American mythology. So he's kind of got like that thundercloud color scheme. I know there are two electric regionals with Reckless, and they have like this black and yellow color scheme, but I just think that black and yellow worked way better than all yellow for them, so that's why I ended up going that route. But yeah, as you can see, they got the really cool lightning bolt gradient patterns on the wings. I've got that really cool arrow pattern on its back. I love how that turned out, and then just the color scheme in general is super sleek, super clean. I really do love the way this mon turned out. Very, very cool, much cooler than actual Fearow. And then, again, there is Pokedex entries for these guys in the Discord server if you're curious about the lore behind them, because I did write up entries for them. I'm not going to show them in the videos because this is more of like a brief showcase, just for the sake of the video. Yeah, watch out, this throw. He's just about to mess my shit up. Alright, but yeah, pretty cool. This Spearow is pretty simple. It's just, it's got lightning bolts for wings, or lightning bolts on its wings, rather, and it's got the same gradient that Fearow does and the same color scheme. It's pretty simple. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I like how the arrow on the back implies speed because it is very fast now, and it looks really powerful and intimidating and awesome. Speaking of intimidating, yeah, I'll show all that in a second. So that's pretty much it for the in-game showcase. I showed off the shinies, I showed off the mini sprites, all that fun stuff. If you want a better look at it, you can, download the game and use it yourself if you want. Let me swap this around again. My bad. So yeah, that's about it. I don't really know what else to add in terms of the design. It's a pretty simple one. I just thought that electric worked really well for Fearow's design because I can't change the model of the Pokemon. I can only change the textures. And I thought that, a texture swap into electric type for these guys is pretty, works pretty well. So with that out of the way, I can now, let me just get this ready. Fearow. I can now actually show off these guys on the news decks. And the link to this Google Sheet is in the description down below as well with everything else for this ROM hack. I'm just going to quickly just show it this way. Could show it better, but I don't think it's that deep. This is just, more of like a... I mean, again, if you want to see this in more detail or look at all the other Pokemon buffs and changes, all the move buffs and changes, all that fun stuff, you can check all that out for yourself in the description below. But in terms of how I approach this one, Intimidate and Reckless are both very fitting abilities for, this electric type Fearow. partially part of the lore behind Intimidate. Not only is it just like, you know, it fits. I mean, there's tons of freaking Star Raptor as Intimidate, so I don't see why Fearow can't have it. But it's nice in terms of electric flying because it has some really nice resistances, so you can, you know, pivot in on immunities or resistances and get some really nice Intimidate pivoting going. You also have stuff like Parting Shot and other good utility moves like early game you get Recharge, which is essentially charge but it heals you instead of boosting your SPDEF. You get stuff like Strange Impulse, which drops special attack by -2, Scary Face, which drops speed and attack by 2. Those are good debuffing moves for Hala. You could do some Scary Face shenanigans if you needed to. Strange Impulse is nice for all the Akala Island Totem Pokemon that are special attackers. You got tons of really fun. Battle Cry level 36 is great for like Totem Togedemaru and Totem Mimikyu because that'll drop attack and special attack by -2 for later on in the game. Whirlwind is great utility. That is now a priority move that can be used to great effect in. It's got limited PP, so you can't just like, you know, set up hazards and spam it and win. It's got 3 PP, but that's very useful in double battle specifically because there's a Guzma double battle and then there is the Aether Foundation 12v12, and those are both like pretty difficult boss fights, so having that whirlwind cheese where you can just, you know, get one side of the field to go away for that whole turn is very useful, for sure. And then obviously you've got the hyper offensive stuff with your Reckless and your dual stabs. You know, you've got your obvious Brave Bird. Early on you have Wild Charge until you get Volt Tackle at level 50. Wild Charge is 110, so with Reckless that's what, 132? Pretty sure. I think my math checks out. Pretty sure it's 132. 12, no, 144. What the hell did I say? 132? 144. Yeah, that's what it is. 144. No, I was right the first time. Hold on, y'all. I can't do math in my head right now. Doesn't matter, all right? It's a strong move, all right? And then later on, you get Volt Tackle and Brave Bird, and you get tons of good coverage moves like Takedown and Play Rough, which also function as recoil moves now. Takedown being fighting type, and then you get Dive Bomb, which is flying type high jump kick if you wanted to go that route with a wide lens. For a Nuzlocke, it's a good amount stronger than Brave Bird, but I would personally prefer Brave Bird, but Dive Bomb is stronger, so if you need that extra power, you can definitely take advantage of that. And then you've got Submission, or if you're just not doing a Nuzlocke, then you can just go ahead and spam it, you know, go crazy. But yeah, Submission is a really powerful fighting type recoil move for later on in the game, and then Electro Assault is like, you know, the late game, you know, oh, this is a shitload of damage button, because yeah, it's very strong, very fast. Obviously it fits with the sleek, you know, Thunder design, and then again, Intimidate fits the design very well as well, and it's very nice because in Pokemon Sweltering Sun, you have access to infinite use ability capsules. Essentially, I designed it so you should be switching between your abilities constantly. So depending on the boss fight, you can run Reckless or Intimidate. Earlier on, Intimidate might be a lot better than Reckless, much better, because Reckless is essentially useless until you get to level 40. Because level 40 is around the time you'll be getting access to Takedown and Play Rough anyways. In terms of TMs, and then you get Wild Charge, which is also a TM. I actually don't have that listed. Oops. Yeah, Wild Charge is a TM. I don't know why I don't have that listed. I'll fix that after the video. It should have Wild Charge listed there, but it doesn't matter. You guys know it gets Wild Charge. That's also a TM around the same time, but it's technically a little bit later than 40, so that's why I put it as a level up move as well. But yeah, it's super awesome. It's got tons of other fun stuff you can try out. I'm not going to go into every single little nitty-gritty option, but early game, for example, Spearow is great with Intimidate. A lot of early game mons get Defiant because tons of common attacking moves that the AI uses will drop your attacking stats because those are useful moves that the player can use. But the AI uses them better in the early game, so essentially you can switch it in on one of those moves and get free boost if you play around it properly. Even versus, like, I don't know, hypothetically, even just Hala, like he has Intimidate scraggly, you can get a Defiant boost versus that if you want. It's a very fun ability to take advantage of in the early game. Excuse me. And yeah, I don't know. Fearow's just, they're really cool now. I don't really know what else to say. I pretty much covered everything gameplay-wise. I mean, obviously, like, you know, you can run bulk gear sets for certain boss fights. You can even do a Jack Button. Jack Button is now an infinite use item. So essentially, you can check all the, let's see, this is the ability guide. Oops. I meant to show the Held items one. But yeah, you can see right here, Jack Button infinite use, so you can use that really well and just kind of go crazy. This is a shorter video than other. Am I just doing these quicker and quicker each time? I don't know, but yeah, I don't script my videos if y'all can't tell. I don't think there's too much else to cover, man. It's, you know, electric flying's got good resistances, good with Intimidate, strong offensively with Reckless. You know, it's very fast. You don't even a lot of Pokemon you'll need to run Scarf because you're not guaranteed plus speed nature or guaranteed good speed IVs. Or, you know, you can use Quick Claw, which is single use, but it's even better for slower mons. But in this case, a lot of the times you aren't going to need speed boosting item, which is nice. That means you can run like an attacking boosting item, or it's just really nice um, to have that high of a speed stat, even if you're not guaranteed like Jolly Nature or whatever. Yeah, I think I've covered everything. So appreciate y'all listening. Shout out to you if you made it this far. Let me know in the comments down below what you think, and I'll be back for more. Again, all this stuff is in the description down below. You can check it all out for yourself. Yeah. Thank you.